Here it is. Seeing this image, I believe everyone can guess that in this episode, we will restore this completely damaged Volkswagen Beetle. According to a brief introduction from the restoration god Sean the Reservation, he spent the huge sum of $1 to buy this car back. And sharp-eyed viewers can surely guess that this Beetle only costs $1, which is quite a bargain. Today he will recreate the extremely classic 1952 export version of the split window 1100. The split window here refers to the rear windshield, made up of two small windows with a divider in the middle, while in 1953 it was unified and changed to a single oval window. Due to the design of this split window export version having a style leaning towards the pre-war era, its collectible value is also higher. At the same time, from the bottom of the car we can see this car model was produced by the Hong Kong Maisto brand. This company specializes in producing affordable model cars with diverse varieties and high mobility. Famous for models like this 118 die-cast alloy Beetle model on screen, which has features such as opening and closing car doors, steering wheel linkage, and hood opening. After a brief understanding and completing the disassembly, next we will embark on the major overhaul journey of this Beetle. First, Sean can use paint stripping gel to treat those old paint layers on the car shell. The working principle of this type of paint stripper is essentially an expansion and decomposition process. It penetrates into the paint layer through the strong solvent inside, begins to soften and destroy the molecular structure of the paint, causing the paint layer to loosen, foam, and wrinkle so that it can be easily separated from the substrate surface. After removing the old paint layer, the next step is naturally to use scraping and polishing to completely remove rust stains on the car shell. And after scraping and polishing, 320 grit sandpaper must be used for comprehensive wet polishing of the entire car shell to create an excellent technical environment for the subsequent paint coating process. The next step to perform is spraying gray-white primer. So the function of primer is naturally to connect and create a bridge between the car shell and top coat. It can play roles in protection, rust prevention, color tone unification, pore sealing, and enhancing top coat adhesion. In addition, primer spraying can also reveal hard-to-detect flaws, facilitating subsequent primer polishing. However, here Sean doesn't provide corresponding primer polishing scenes, but directly moves to the blue top coat spraying process. While waiting for the paint surface to dry, next we need to handle the interior parts. The floor carpet naturally needs a thorough wash. Of course, if you're hungry at this time, you can also peel an orange to eat first. And don't throw away the leftover orange peel. It can combine with laundry detergent to become a better cleaning agent. Here, the function of laundry detergent naturally needs no explanation. The limonene in orange peel is a natural solvent. It can decompose grease and adhesives very well, belonging to a natural, environmentally friendly degreasing agent. In addition, we can see that besides interior parts, the engine and other core components are also being cleaned simultaneously here. This 1952 Beetle is equipped with an air-cooled, 4-stroke horizontally opposed 4-cylinder engine with 1.1-liter displacement, maximum 25 horsepower, and 68 Newton-meters of torque. Simple structure, high reliability, and easy maintenance are its hallmarks. After cleaning, each component has no major issues. Next, we can assemble the interior parts, and taking out the ballpoint pen spring here is to replace the 2 shock absorber springs that have aged and can no longer be used. We can see Sean is very ingenious in each operation, belonging to the type who uses whatever is available around. What was just sprayed on the tires is a specialized brightening agent containing silicone oil, polymers, and carbon black particles applied to the rubber surface, not only to form a protective layer, but also to make the tires return to black and shiny. In the entire chassis assembly process, We can also see the details of this car model are very rich, such as engine, suspension system, steerable wheels linked to the steering wheel, all properly arranged. The front seats are also very flexible. As a two-door, four-seat vehicle, the front seats must be able to fold to create space for passengers to enter, and corresponding design is also implemented here. Regarding this Beetle car, its birth has an inseparable close relationship with Hitler. In the 1932, the Nazi German government hoped to create a cheap, practical family car that everyone could afford. So under Hitler's direct command, Volkswagen was officially established in 1937. Hitler also personally commissioned engineer Ferdinand Porsche to design this people's car, which was the prototype of the Beetle. To achieve the goal that everyone could afford it, the Beetle adopted simpler designs in many aspects. For example, what's being made that looks like a rear-view mirror is actually the split rear windshield mentioned at the beginning. As for rear-view mirrors, this car is not equipped with them, only having interior mirrors. Additionally, to reduce manufacturing costs, all glass on this car uses flat forms rather than the more complex manufacturing process of curved surfaces. Here Sean has also completely remade these flat glass panels. Next is also installing each fabricated glass piece to the corresponding position. Regarding the engine, the reason for using air cooling is to reduce complex cooling systems like radiators and water pumps. The body structure also minimizes welding points and total number of pops, components, and the interior can be said to have almost no excess, with only one large speedometer on the dashboard. I know what everyone wants to ask. Not having a tachometer or temperature gauge can be understood, but surely not to the point of commenting. Not having a fuel gauge, right? Yes, this car doesn't have a fuel gauge. To know how much fuel is left requires the owner to personally get out and manually check. Of course, Volkswagen also knew to prevent owners from inaccurately judging fuel levels, they specially designed a reserve fuel tank. So, when out of fuel, you can still start the fuel in this reserve tank to make it to the gas station. So this time Sean is making the extremely classic front and rear bumpers that this car lacks. Finally installing the self-made front and rear bumpers, so this completely damaged 1952 Volkswagen Beetle replica car model is officially restored and completed. Let us follow the camera to review the before and after restoration comparison. Our episode ends here. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like my videos, please like and follow me. Bye-bye, once again looking forward to everyone coming to my Stowe's restoration field. Bye-bye.